On this episode, we talk all about cutting the cord. What do you watch on TV or how you watch TV when you're on a contract? Today, instead of Adam, I haven't replaced him yet. Instead of Adam, we have two recruiters, Becca and Allison.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Atlas All Access starts now.
Kirkham at 0450.
All right. Welcome. That microphone works.
Okay, I wasn't speaking into it.
Don't whisper. They have to hear us. Two very soft-spoken recruiters, but still very good recruiters. Becca and Allison are with us today. And I chose them, one, because Adam's out of town. And two, well, that's not the only reason. Two, I heard through the office that both of you have recently cut the cord.
Yes,
You're not watching regular TV anymore.
correct.
So I still have DirecTV, and I hate it, but I still have it. And I hate it for any number of reasons. One, because it's expensive and dumb, and I think I think there's a number of good options out there,
Yeah.
especially if you're on the road and you don't have, if you're moving it 3 months, 6 months, right, you're not getting DirecTV, right? You're not
No.
getting
Yes,
Dish
no.
Network. You're not going to set up Cox Communications or Comcast or whatever in every place that you go. That'd be silly. Right.
Absolutely.
So what options do you have when you just want to watch TV?
Okay, so Allison, did you want to talk about Netflix a little bit, or I can introduce some of the various different outlets that there are instead of cable
Well,
television?
let's talk vehicles first.
Okay.
Like how do they the different options and then the different options within each vehicle.
Sure.
Right?
Okay.
So the first one I wrote down is Apple TV
Okay,
because I love Apple. However, Apple TV is drastically behind, I think, of these other platforms, right? These other vehicles too.
And it's like expensive compared to
Yes.
a lot of the other ones. I mean, 3 or 4 times as much to purchase than like a Roku or a Fire
I think
Stick.
penny pinching wise, Apple TV is a little bit behind, and it doesn't have as many options as some of the things that I think you can get out on the road.
Absolutely. I think it's a lot behind.
Expands a lot of different venues.
And I think a lot of the features, unfortunately, a lot of features in Apple TV show up in some of these other vehicles too.
Definitely.
So, I mean, $149 for the cheapest Apple TV right now, I think is probably on the high side. I like mine, but I'm an Apple nerd,
Yeah.
and so there you go.
Right.
So the next option was PlayStation Vue.
Okay.
Now you don't necessarily need a PlayStation for this, right? PlayStation Vue. Have either of you had any experience with that at all?
We do not.
My friend has it, but I've never, used it before.
Used it.
I don't know anything about video games.
It seems
Sorry.
as if if you had the PlayStation, then it comes native to the PlayStation or
Correct.
whatever. But
Yes.
otherwise, like that, the PlayStation Vue app is available through some of these other options, and you get like. There's a number of channels that you can get, and we can go through it, when we get to that one, or when we get a little bit further down the road. But like, it has a number of regular channels, like Food Network and
Yep.
ESPN
Yep.
and stuff like that,
and like
right?
packages that you can pick.
That you can add on, purchase.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
The difference between, let's say, Apple TV, which is a one-time $149, the PlayStation Vue is a subscription at like $39.99 a month.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So,
And it kind of depends on the traveler, but I tend to like the one-time fee, and then you can add on different things as you go, different apps or different services as you go. So, and I have a couple different things
Yes.
for suggestions,
Yeah.
or whatever.
yeah.
Okay, so this is going to be backwards in the camera, I'm sure.
No, it's forward.
Oh, okay.
Because we're not on our phones.
Oh,
this
see,
way.
remember from
see.
before, the little 5 o'clock. All right, so 3 platforms that I have, and she can talk about this more too, but we have like the Xbox One.
Okay.
Okay, so with that, you can, or any type of thing, so the PlayStation, Xbox One, I'm not sure if anybody has a Blu-ray anymore, but that may do the same type of thing.
I think there's a lot of Blu-rays out there, Blu-ray players that you can buy fairly inexpensive now that come Wi-Fi enabled.
Yeah.
Yes, so
I
you
have
can buy
one.
these certain things,
I've
yes.
never used it before though, because I always just had my whatever,
Mm-hmm.
Roku or what have you.
So we'll put in a little bit of a plug. Amazon, if you're watching. So Roku streaming stick. These are one-time purchases. This is
Okay.
what I have. The three at the top are going to be one-time purchases, which I love.
So Roku.
Roku streaming stick.
Okay.
It starts at $29.99, and there's various different ones. It's like a little remote. I don't know that you would call it a.
Does it connect to your TV through like a HDMI?
HDMI.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
All of these would be that for
Okay.
the cord. Yep.
Yep.
Amazon Fire Stick that starts at about $39.99, and then Google Chromecast. And I think most of the people that I know, either on the road or even friends and family, have the Google Chromecast. That's about $35. Just the one-time fee again. All streaming services have different product options. So when you get one of these one-time purchase things, you're going to need to kind of research various different product options that go with each one. But I mean, if you're out there and you have the time to do that and you're a traveler, you're going to want something to have. So for us, we have internet through, can I say companies' names?
Sure.
Okay, so through Cox Cable, we have just the internet. And we kind of were tied into Cox for so long with internet. They want you to bundle your landline, which we don't have. And then, of course, cable. It was getting to be too much. And I was on the phone all of the time. And you guys know that are out there, you hate spending time, 20 minutes, on being passed from loyalty department to the loyalty department, and you've got to cut the cord sometimes. And we kind of realized this is the best option for us. And then I'll kind of just wrap on my stuff, and Allison can absolutely talk. But for some of these product options, so then we've got YouTube TV. It starts at $40 a month.
And this is the most interesting one to me because it's the newest, yes?
It's one of the newer ones.
Okay.
I don't even really remember how I heard of it, but I was intrigued because of the first thing that I was talking about, the various different products that come first for the one-time purchase. This can go with some of those. So YouTube TV starts at $40 a month. First month is free. Sling TV starts at about $25, 1 week free trial. DirecTV Now, $35 a month, week free trial. And then Fubo, which I don't know a whole lot about it.
Never
other
heard of
than
it in my
it's
life.
Similar to
Fubo.
those. $34 a month, 1 week trial. Okay, so with this, I'm going to read this little disclaimer. All TV services have a catch on what channels are included and what device they will support. Example, YouTube TV is not available on Amazon Fire Stick. So you have to kind of, when you're looking at those first things, the Fire Stick, the Chromecast, the streaming stick, you kind of have to research what goes with what.
Yeah,
I knew I wanted
there are some
YouTube
caveats.
TV, so that's why I got the Roku instead.
Because
if that
YouTube
makes
is
sense.
owned by
Google.
Google, yes.
And Fire Stick is, I'm sorry.
Amazon.
It's
Is Amazon, and they like compete. So they used to be together, and then back in like October or November, they totally cut it off. I have the Fire Stick, and I really like it. I got it for $35, and I watch a lot of things on YouTube, but you just do it through like Firefox, and it's exactly just like the YouTube app.
Correct.
Can you just mirror off your phone then? I mean,
You
is that-
can't because not on the Fire Stick because like since I have an iPhone, I can't mirror like you do Apple TV, but
Yeah.
you can through the app. It works that way as long as you sign in.
So if anybody understands, mirroring is just that little, it's just that little box that has the arrow, right? And it'll give you that, if it recognizes the other option in the room that's connected to Wi-Fi, then they have to be on the same Wi-Fi network.
Yeah.
Right.
And like signed in on the same like YouTube.
The platform or whatever
Yeah.
that is. Correct. Yep. So theoretically, you could watch, let's say you have Apple TV, and you don't have the app isn't on your Apple TV, but you could just mirror whatever you're watching on your phone to you.
Exactly.
But then as soon as your phone goes to sleep, then I think it goes to sleep.
No, it works.
Oh, it does?
It continues
Yeah.
The phone
to,
can
I
go to
believe,
sleep
yeah.
or whatever? Maybe that was like Gen 1 Apple TV. So
Yeah, who knows?
I've had one since
I'm gonna have to update.
way too long. I know, right?
kidding.
So, okay, keep going.
No. So this I'm just going to show a quick demo, I guess, or whatever,
Sure.
of YouTube TV. So we both brought our iPads, and so they have various different options. This is YouTube TV. You can get it on up to 5 devices.
Okay.
So it's that same price, whatever.
For
it was,
$40.
$40 a month. Yep.
For $40 a month, okay.
So we have it on, I think, 2 TVs at home. You can get it on your phone, and then we have it on our iPad, and Brad has it on his Samsung notebook or whatever it is.
Okay.
Same thing here. So you can scroll through. It's like its own DVR. If you have the setup for it. There's soccer. We get all the channels. We get ESP. ESP. What in
ESP.
the world?
You can read people's minds with it.
Mean Girls. Sorry, you guys. Okay. We get ESPN, ESPN2, Fox Soccer Network,
Hmm.
all the cooking channels. If you have kids on the road with you, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
all the kids shows. If you're Animal Lover, Animal Planet, Discovery, History, all of the main channels that you would typically be charged
Mm-hmm.
through a normal cable service up to Wazoo. So you can go through and scroll if you want to watch. Come on down, The Price is Right. I mean, these are just kind of all your networks: ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, and then all of your affiliates.
Local?
Local, yes.
Local to where you are?
Yep.
Like, can it tell by what? You have to, like a zip code or something? Like
So
how
when you
is-
do your account information,
Okay.
so it links to whatever zip code that it would be in, or and you pay with your card.
So theoretically, if you're, let's say you're from Omaha,
Mm-hmm.
and your zip code is, ours here is 68154.
Okay.
But you're in California.
Mm-hmm.
So you still paid for and entered in 68154. So you're getting local news, Omaha local news?
Mm-hmm. No, you can change that. You can change that for whatever the local
Okay.
services are. You
Okay.
can go into those main networks. So if you want, where did you say, like if you're in Phoenix or something and you want to watch the local Phoenix
Phoenix
news.
news.
However, most TVs too, if you're not getting cable, you're going to have some local networks on whatever TV you have.
Which you talked about a little bit, and we'll hit that at the end.
Okay.
Just the HD antenna option.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, I'm not going to spend too much time on it. It's pretty simple to explain. We have it on the iPad, and you will be playing video games on the TV and watching YouTube TV on the iPad.
On the iPad.
Kind of crazy.
So give me a, like I said, I have DirecTV.
Yep.
I like, I mean, there are things about it I like. There are things about it I don't like, right? On like a 1 to 10 scale, how happy are you with, when you want to watch TV, how happy are you with this service?
One super duper.
So-
1 to 10, it's a 10 for me.
Wow.
Because I mean, I like movies, and YouTube TV has its own movies as well, so that you can scroll over. There's 3 different ways to do that, and so you can watch what's called YouTube movies that are logged through that
Through YouTube.
venue. Yes, through YouTube.
Is
so-
there a fee associated with those?
No.
What kind of lag time? Like we're not watching Avengers Infinity War, right? I mean,
No, but like whatever is in the, so all the other Avengers are on right now.
Oh, okay.
So
So
all the like Thor and all the preview. Sorry, I'm
the
not
previous
gonna-
ones.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, correct. I'm not really the Avenger. I mean, I love Avengers. Woohoo! Let's see what else. Movies.
Let's talk about, so now that we're on movies,
Mm-hmm.
let's talk about within each of these services, then you can access Hulu and Netflix, and like that's all available within each one of these services that we just talked through.
Yes.
HBO Go, is that
I have HBO through my Fire Stick and
Okay.
on my iPad.
yeah.
So you can do that and Showtime too if you want to add those on.
Interesting.
through those.
But those are all additional costs as well, right?
Yes.
Right.
So what, $10.99 Netflix?
$8 a month, I think it starts at.
They keep raising the prices. Netflix does, so I think it's probably up to 10 a month. I think I bundle my Spotify and my
Yes.
Hulu accounts together.
That's super smart.
So
Really?
it's 13. So I have premium Spotify, which I really like if you like are on the road and you have unlimited data like me, or even if you don't have unlimited data, you can download podcasts on there. You can download playlists and take them on your phone with you wherever. And then Hulu has like a lot of network television shows. They're usually delayed by maybe anywhere from like a day to like 6 days from live TV, like Fox, ABC, whatever it is.
Interesting.
And are there commercials? Because we
there's
have Hulu
commercials.
as well. And for Spotify, so Spotify Premium members, Hulu's is free. If you're a student,
It's bundled together. So
Yep,
instead of it
so-
being like Spotify is like $10 and Hulu is like $7,
Okay.
it's together and it's like 13.
Oh, I understand. Interesting.
And-
so, now I know that like there are cell phone providers like T-Mobile is Netflix for life, right? I mean that's or whatever it is, Netflix as long as you're a T-Mobile customer.
Yeah, streaming, free streaming or whatever it is.
I just found out recently that Sprint. Now we'll see how long this lasts. Now that the T-Mobile and Sprint have merged and
Yes.
they're all becoming T-Mobile. Is Sprint? You get Hulu for free. It's the Hulu basic package though, so I still have to watch commercials, which is I guess fine. I just pick up my phone and
Exactly.
right and whatever.
Exactly.
and so if you don't want that, I guess then I have a question on this too, because so we learning together for you guys too. But for Hulu, like we do have the commercials. Is there a way that you can?
I don't know.
without?
I have the commercials.
I thought on at least with Hulu, if the premium service is commercial free. I believe. I'm not 100% sure on that though.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know.
I still have commercials. And then I have Amazon Prime Video
Okay.
because I have an Amazon Prime
Amazon
account.
Prime, right?
And that's how I purchase my like HBO is through that way.
Interesting.
Because I haven't had cable since I lived at home, and that was like 9 years ago. So
Do you get a discounted rate on that? Is that
it's $14.99 a month. It was like cheaper, or I had a free trial, and it was cheaper for the first 3 months.
you go through Amazon Prime?
But like, I want to watch Game of Thrones. I want to watch Westworld. I want to watch all the movies, and I can do that right on
do
HBO
that that way.
through Amazon.
Alexa, how much does HBO Go cost per month?
It's currently June.
We're not quite there yet. We're not quite there.
Oh no.
I thought I was gonna be smart and like use like fanciness or whatever. Don't Google it. That's like so 2014.
Fine.
Sorry, Alexa.
Okay, so I think we've gotten a lot. Let's talk about. Okay, if you don't want any of this, right? If you don't want any of this at all, you just want local channels. What options do you have?
I use an antenna, and it's not like a rabbit ears. However, I do have one of those, but it's like a flat box. It looks kind of like an iPad. It's like about this big.
Okay.
And I have mine, like, I have a command hook on my window because I live in like an apartment building. So I just like hook it onto my window so it's close to, the air.
The outside, right.
Outside.
Sure.
And it's like multi-directional, so it picks up like all the local channels. So I can have ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox, and I mean it's great for my lifestyle because sometimes I want to watch the news. Mostly what I have it for is so I can watch football during football season because I mean I don't see the point for me paying extra for sports
All the
packages
games,
right.
unless you're going to watch like Big Ten Network or SEC Network or
Or you're
whatever.
gonna watch a lot. Right?
Or you're going to watch
Yeah.
a lot.
Right. If you're in fantasy football league, you
Exactly,
can have
yes.
one of those.
But yeah, it's great and it's free. It comes in HD. It usually comes in some sort of stereo when it comes over the antenna. The only thing is if you're in like a more remote location, it might be harder to pick up.
or whatever.
And you got that at like a Target or a Walmart or something like that?
Target, they sell them at like Lowe's and like
Best
Home
Buy.
Depot, Best Buy, or you can get it on Amazon. I wouldn't spend more than $30 on it.
Right.
That is just silly to me.
It's just an HD receiver. I mean, just an HD antenna. That's really all it is.
Yep, and it
So-
just goes through just like the aux, whatever, the little cable screw-in thing in the back.
Oh, so it goes into it, rather than like an HDMI,
HDMI,
it goes
yeah.
in through just the regular cord.
Like the old
regular-
school cable. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
That is a very good option, I think, for
I think so
travelers.
too. Yeah, I think
Cheap,
so too.
portable.
And if you need to watch the news or whatever you want to watch, network TV, it's perfect.
Yep.
And it's live TV. It's great.
And it's live TV or whatever. So I mean, if you want to stay very, very basic, you could have just one of these options, or the Blu-ray player that gives you that sort of online, that Netflix, Hulu option,
Right.
right, or whatever, and then your little, and then the HD
Yeah.
antenna, and that's it. So you can
That's awesome.
absolutely do that. Now, all of this, of course, is predicated on how strong is your Wi-Fi signal, or how strong is whatever the 3G, 4G, wherever you're at,
Or if
right?
you have like a mobile hotspot.
Right.
Or something like that.
And I mean, in order to have the antenna, you need a television. So
Right.
if you don't have a TV, like I watch like 80% of my stuff on my iPad, just because I want to like sit in my bed and
Absolutely.
watch it, or wherever I am, or sit out on my patio.
Yep.
And you can even like on Netflix and some other, like I know on Amazon, you can download stuff on Wi-Fi. Like if you're at the hospital or an internet cafe or whatever, you can download your shows and you can watch them offline later.
Yes.
So that's great. Like if you don't have Wi-Fi set up at the place that you're staying at yet, or you want to, watch it while you're driving, or your partner, whoever, your kids want to watch it while you're driving.
Don't watch it while you're driving.
Don't watch it while you're
Correct.
driving.
Yes. Listen to podcasts while you're driving.
Yeah.
Right.
Like this one, maybe.
I would love
But
to
yes.
know too how this generates, like, I mean,
Sure.
feedback from this afterward.
Absolutely.
Because, I mean, if you're watching the podcast, obviously they're all great info, but I am a TV person. I don't have a ton of time.
Mm-hmm.
Allison, big time, and we love talking about that kind of stuff. It's water cooler talk. So I would like to know who does what after this, and then also what shows are you guys watching?
That's
What
a good,
movies?
yes.
I want to know, like,
Is there something good? Like, what are we
get your
missing?
mind off of the mundane sometimes, or a bad day sometimes, and let's talk about TV shows. I know a lot of people don't spend a lot of time doing that, but
Well, that's one of the things I thought about as we came up with this topic. And that actually, it all came from, and I almost forgot this, our Facebook post of the week.
This is the Facebook post of the week.
So our Facebook post of the week, and I don't have the page right in front of me, but it actually asked this, like, what do you do while you're on the road? And it was from November, and then it was November of last year, and then somebody replied to it, and you'll see it here on the screen. Somebody then replied to it just recently. So this is an ongoing topic.
Yeah.
This is something, and I need to learn, right? As
Sure.
much as I think I'm on top of this stuff, right? I'm not. And I learned a ton about YouTube just from you, right? And then I think there's a whole lot to learn out there. There's a whole lot of options that you just don't know about yet because the technology is so new.
right. And as nurses, I mean, you guys are all wanting to pinch a penny, save where you can. So
Yeah.
if you do have the time, and I know there's a percentage of people who don't ever do this kind of stuff, go hikers. I wish I was that way. But if you're just holed up in your extended stay or in a apartment or whatever,
Right.
and you have friends over, I mean, these are awesome kind of outlets for doing that. So let us know what you guys think.
Yep.
Post about it.
Comment, post about it, whatever. Share this out. If you have other travelers that have asked this before or whatever, please feel free to share.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, or post, comment on here and let's get some kind of discussion started.
Right,
So
that'd be cool.
Awesome. Well, thank you both so much. I really appreciate it. If you need to connect with a recruiter, especially one that maybe has some time to watch some TV, maybe. I don't know.
That's more her.
You want to talk about? I'll talk about Stranger Things all day long, right? But I mean, these two have way more TV knowledge than I do. Clearly, if you'd seen what we were talking about before the cameras turned on, so
And 80s nurses, come on, nostalgia.
absolutely.
Silver spoons.
Yeah.
Bring it back. Bring
Silver
back those-
spoons, yeah.
I mean, those old Good Night Rider. Come on, bring
Yep.
back the shows.
Yep. So next week it is all about how do you de-stress? Not only TV, how do you de-stress at work? And I've got a fun meme that goes along with it as the Facebook post of the week. We will talk all about that next week. We'll see you then.
Bye.